so far. What has happened? The story so far. Anolani and Regej are two Carabao tieflings from the Ashen Fields. After their home got attacked by the warlock Zigam, also kidnapping their spiritual leader, the Babaylan Malaya, and also the ancestral shrine, a fossilized piece of wood with the face of the founding father of the Ashen Fields, as well as the clan's motto, warning the members to not stray from tradition. After being attacked by Zigam and by her giant crabs, Anolani and Regej, going against the wishes of the Datu, decided to sail away to Kailahon, the capital city of Timanduk, hoping to find some information, some lead, on how to find and track down Zigam. Along the way, they after encountering a little greedy little gremlin named Afa, they found their way to Anolani's cool uncle, Tito Abel, which I will now be revealing the portrait of, the one that I
Finally.
let's put it over here in the picture pond. Gonna upload that, and then we'll show it on stream as well, so everyone can marvel at the beauty that is Tito Abel, Pawn Star, spectacular uncle, and Anolani's cool relative.
The moment you said Pawn Star, I'm like, nope, do not autocorrect brain.
Tito Abel is the owner and manager of Salangsang Pawn Shop. He's also entirely super buff with a beautiful tan, shaved scalp, and with a perpetually oiled horn. Tito Abel was able to help Regej and Anolani with their little predicament with the Kibaan. And now they've also introduced Regej and Anolani with Pepe Jaeger, a human paladin wearing gold-plated armor. Regej, you hear, and that's where we left our characters off. That's where we left off from last session. Is there anything that Regej or Anolani want to do?
I want to punch Onan. I mean, Ragesh.
Again?
Yes.
Why would you want to? Why? For what reason would garner another punch from the small child?
Because it's tradition.
I see. Ragesh would like to approach the golden human and stare at him in awe. So, like, good sir, can you kindly repeat what your name is?
Oh, no problem. Oh yeah, no problem, pare. I am.
Putang ng konyo siya. Putang konyo na! Konyo siya!
He said, no problem, pare. I am Jose Protasio Jaeger y Relondo Mercado. But my friends just call me Pepe Jaeger, pare.
No, he's a konyo!
Out of character moment.
Mm.
He ruined Pepe. He ruined Pepe Jaeger. I am gonna ruin something from this.
Give me all you got. Give me your worst, Onin. I made Pepe Jaeger konyo.
Why did you make him a konyo?
Because I've been wanting to make a konyo character for a while now. I finally found the perfect NPC for this.
Changi na pare.
In retrospect, sure, let's take it. A konyo Pepe Jaeger. Sure.
I feel like Jose Rizal would be a konyo if he were still alive today.
No, I wouldn't.
No, not at all. So back to character. Like,
Mm.
okay, can you repeat what you just said in a normal way?
Did you
What
have
normal way, pare? I'm speaking to you normally naman eh.
May I butt
Lani?
in?
Lani, stop me from hitting this man right now.
Okay, like I grab him by the wrist, like no, tigil tumigil ka. No, shh, let him be. He's made out of gold. But I would like to ask you, did
I
you
am
have a brain
offended.
tumor? Did you have a brain tumor for breakfast? I'm sorry. What, like
I
can't
didn't have a brain tumor, you know. I had those little like I don't know what they're called. They're like egg waffles, ba? They're like I don't know.
No, you just see.
I had them from the manong vendor out there.
Mano
I, I immediately close his mouth to stop him from speaking. Putang ina, quick yun, quick yun, pare, quick.
Quick ba? Quick. I've been calling them egg waffles for a long time na eh.
Oh wait. Did you get this
Oh my
inspiration from the TikTok, like tongue in a par out of
Yes, absolutely.
zigzags.
Tongue in a parrot. I love it.
Zigzags.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. I take inspiration from the TikToker for this NPC. You're welcome, and I'm sorry.
I whispered to Anolani, at least he did not call them neon balls.
I just punch Regesh like no, I'm already weak as is.
Anolani, you see Tito Abel walk from behind you. He says, Mr. Jaeger, I am sorry to inform you, but I will be busy for the rest of the afternoon. I will be taking care of my niece here, if you don't mind.
I'm about to commit arson.
Pepe Jaeger says, no problem, pare. I'll catch you next time na lang, ah.
No! This NPC gives me cancer.
Reged is just cringing around the corner. He whispers to Anolani, I hope he fucking chokes on an egg waffle.
I hope you guys I hope you guys appreciate how much I've practiced this accent. I've been practicing this all week, and I'm glad I'm able to pull this off and get this kind of reaction from you guys. I love it. Thank you.
No, because like
It's just the sheer will of being caught of the communist. It's like, why would you do this to Pepe Jaeger?
Dave, so basically JP, like I made JP watch that video, and basically he's been doing it for so long to the point where I like out of
Perfect.
nowhere in conversation he would just say tongue in the plum.
Harry. Alright. Anyway,
What a
Anolani,
great way to start the session.
great way to start the session. It hadn't even been half an hour yet.
Hate this.
Okay, so Anolani, you see Tito Abel. You see Tito Abel lead you guys up to the second floor of the pawn shop. You guys see even more cascading cases upon cases of trinkets and magic items and knickknacks of all sorts. So Anolani, Tito Abel asked you. So Anolani, you said that you need some help. The Ashen Fields was attacked, you said.
Yep. Yeah. Yes. I'm not happy about this.
Have the headhunters been sent out to search for their quarry?
Yes, actually. I tried intervening by wanting to join them, but here I am. 5 years going on for not being in the quarry.
Well, that's totally fine, Anolani. If you have been trained enough in the ways of the headhunters, you should already be able to interact with our ancestors and figure out where your quarry is.
I I raise my hand.
Yes, young
Uh,
Ragesh.
Does an ancient stingray spirit count as an ancestor?
What do you know about ancient stingray spirits?
I pull Anolani and just shove her right in front of you. Ask her.
Um. Uh, okay. I clear my throat. So basically, do you know who Tulay Lupa is, Tito?
Tulaylupa is only one of the two powerful spirits of the island. It is the one of the spirits who make sure that the people who enter the island, who enter Mahalaga, enter peacefully and without any rough waters.
Well, you see, I kind of befriended her, and I think I'm somewhat a god because I kind of asked her for help, and Regej witnessed that, and a lot of people did as well.
She glowed blue, and acidic crab rain fell on the ashen fields.
Acidic crab rain. Does that mean that it was raining crabs that were acidic?
No,
It was
the rain
like-
was acidic to the crabs.
Acidic to the crabs. There we
Acidic to the
go.
crabs. Well, just to be clear, Tulaylupa is not a god. Tulaylupa is a powerful spirit.
But does that still? I mean, like, they still have their spectrum with the gods. So
True.
You
true.
see, Anolani, give me a insight check if you don't mind. I'm gonna say 10 or higher, you'll be able to know what he's feeling right now. 15 or higher, you'll be able to tell if something is on his mind. If you get a natural 20 or higher, I'll dump lore on you if you don't mind.
haha. Wait.
Ooh,
Inside?
Lord of
Insight.
Don't fail me now. I got a fucking 5.
Uh,
Can Regej roll for this as well?
Sure, same thing.
You're gonna have to tell the Regej to do it because Regej was not listening half of the time.
Ragesh, give me an insight check.
All right. Insight. Let's see. Ah, yes. The poor insight. 14.
14. You look at as soon as Anolani explains her situation, you see that Tito Abel looks worried or bothered by something.
I immediately take notice of that. Tito Abel, why do you look so worried? Is there anything that we should be aware? Is something going to happen to Anolani? Is the stingray spirit actually deadly?
Tulaylupa is a protector of the islands. She is commonly
crap.
known as the Lonely Spirit. The deal that Kailahon had made with Tulaylupa when she founded the island was that clerics, was it clerics or were it druids? Druids will be there at her abode to keep her company, to make sure that Tulaylupa is never lonely. That was the deal that Kailahon made with the stingray spirit. Tulaylupa is far from harmful. She's the very definition of harmless. And as I've said earlier, Tulaylupa is a protector and a guardian of the islands.
So are you telling me that if Tulaylupa is here with us, no one's protecting the islands?
That is something that I'll have to confirm or look into with my contacts. But tell me again, young Ragesh and Nanolani, what do you plan to find here in Kailahon? The Ashen Fields was attacked. you are clearly needed in the at home to rebuild and recover. Why go against the Datu's wishes and come see
Well,
me?
Well, you see, we thought that we might find some important leads to know where the location of Zigam or any of her would-be cohorts be, and we thought that instead of waiting for them to just come back to get us, we'd bring the fight to them and save the Babaylan.
I want to behead her.
I want to get, you know, the ancient wood thingy and make it into a lure as well.
No! You will be beheaded for doing that.
A piece of the wood.
Fine. Wait, no.
No, we have reached an agreement. You said fine. I will. I
No,
will be holding
Ito
that
about
against
crush him with
you.
your pecs.
A headhunter's word is their word, Anulani. You have given
Aha.
your consent. But then again, I am a rule breaker and the cool uncle. So don't take my word for it.
Oh,
But
Ah,
no,
you said-
no.
you said that you are looking for the perpetrator for this warlock Zigam.
yep,
What would you and you plan on fighting them, you said.
yep.
Actually, my initial plan was to try to find her and basically the god that she praises. I forgot the name of this god, but she was carrying a crab necklace. Do you know that
Ba-
celestial ether?
basically, Zigam has crabs.
Like
God.
for s- for some reason, every time I would look at her, it feels like the moon would disappear in any moment. And just looking at her array of accessories, it makes me feel sick.
I'm gonna have to roll something here really quickly. Dice. Imagine not having your dice ready.
Dave. You're the dungeon master. You should be perfect.
Oh, feck you. Cool. Tito Abel thinks for a moment and he says, Tamba Nakoa is the celestial ether that takes the shape and form of a giant crab. Legends have it that Tamba Nakoa is actually an offspring of the moon goddess and was angry that it was cast away. And that was what fuels and motivates the giant crab to attempt to destroy the moon itself.
Ragej raises his hand. To interject, you're basically telling us that the moon goddess's offspring wants to eat their mom.
She.
According to legends, yes.
Why? Who would want to eat their own mom?
Well, I'll perceive it in their part. They've been cast away by their own mother with no explanation. I think I would understand that they would be full of hate, so that they would want to murder their own mother, which is
But
kind of
eat-
sad.
But eat them?
I mean, we don't know the reasons.
The way you just said, And anyway, is there any known temple or any known place of worship for this crab god?
As far as my information goes, Tamba Nakoa does not have any shrines dedicated to it. The celestial ethers, Tamba Nakoa, the Bakunawa, and all of the other celestial eaters are perceived and believed to be chaotic evil, if there is a convent that is dedicated to serving and worshiping and doing the whims and will of the Celestial Eater, then that is something that needs to be addressed.
Is there any other option for us to at least find any blind or devout followers of this said planet eater in Kailahan?
You see Tito Abel like pose with his hands on his waist, and he gestures his hand towards Anolani.
I just shuffle towards him. I'm like, oh no.
Anolani, you may be an initiate in as a headhunter. You may not be a full-fledged headhunter yet, but you have undergone some training, haven't you?
What do you mean?
Headhunters have the ability to connect with our ancestors and ask for information about our quarry. Anolani, if you have had any form of training, you should be able to tap in to our ancestral heritage.
Can I do that now? I might pass out.
You will need to pass out in order to do this.
I can help her pass out.
Yes.
I would most definitely help her pass out. I ready my fist.
No, not like that, not like that. I've seen Dad and Dasig do it before.
Oh, I'll just sit myself in the corner then. Thank you very much.
All right. So basically,
if you will be doing this, Anolani, I feel like we need to go up a level, in order to give you more room. Plus, I have some pretty nifty gifts to give you children, since I am the cool uncle.
Yes.
So Tito Abel brings you higher into the pawn shop. This feels more like an attic rather than an actual room. But Anolan, you do see all of the materials and objects that you need in order to perform the ritual.
I asked Tito Abel, excuse me, Tito Abel, even if I was not a headhunter, can I still participate in whatever this circle ritual thingy is?
The ancestral ritual is exclusive to the headhunters. Even if you were try to intervene and jump into the circle, the ancestors are very picky with who they pass their knowledge down to. It's the whole reason why Sugbo and Dakila take so much time to train and to initiate young headhunters.
What about Tony?
Oh, Tony! No, Tony is weird.
Regej just face palms. Yep. Never changed at all, even when he was in his glory days. Nope. I don't
even think he had any glory days. He's always been like that for as long as I remember.
But the way he fought off 2 crab monsters.
Yeah. Yes. That is
the way he tried to resuscitate Anolani.
Oh God.
Yes. That is just part of all of Tony's weirdness. No question there. That sounds like the Tony I know.
You know what? No. I will participate in this ritual, whether the ancestors like it or not. Like I said, I will go against tradition.
Anolani, once you start this ritual, you will receive the benefits of a long rest. However, it will take 8 hours for it to complete.
Oh god.
Will Ragesh also be doing that?
That's up to Ragesh.
Ragesh will also be doing that.
So Analani, you prepare. I assume that you're preparing everything that you need in order to complete the ritual. Ragesh, Tito Abel approaches you, and
Yes.
he says, Ragesh, before you go into this arbitrary task of joining Anolani, again,
Yes.
there's no need for you to join this, but I like your spunk.
As you should, Mr. Spectacular Uncle.
He rummages around the boxes there for a bit, and he takes out a cube, a wooden cube. That's hollow, that's open. It's kind of like a cup, but instead of being circular, it is square in a cube shape. It's a cube wooden cup.
So it's basically a cube cup.
Yes. He hands it over to you, and he says, Ragesh, I give this gift to you. I assumed that I heard earlier that you are a fisherman in the Ashen Fields. I believe that this boat would serve you well.
It's a boat?
It is a boat.
That it shrinks?
How do I grow it?
This folding boat.
Folding?
The folding boat requires 3 command words. It has never been used. It has never been set. So I will leave it up to you to decide what those 3 commands are.
Oh wait, so basically it doesn't have the command words yet.
Not yet, but I will leave it up to you to decide what that is.
Does it have to be 3 different words, or just 3 words that can just be repeated, or just a word that can be repeated 3 times?
It must be 3 different words. Otherwise, it will not work.
So how do I set the words?
You hold on to the boat. The first command word is to make the boat unfold into a bigger boat. I will just think of the shape of the boat that you want, and speak out. God damn it. Okay.
Any shape.
What was the word?
Oh wait. Oh no.
Plum laugh. They did it plum laugh. What's the word?
No, I was asking, I can turn it into any shape?
There are 2 shapes. The folding boat has 2 shapes. A small boat and a larger boat. The first boat can hold up to 4 people. The larger boat can hold up to... Hold on. How many is that? Give me a moment. 15! The first boat can hold up to 4 people. The bigger boat can hold 15 people.
Why do you sound surprised? This has been with you for so long.
It's been a while. Like I said, that has never been used.
What do
I
you have
wonder.
it done?
I run a pawn shop, Anolani. I take all kinds of things.
Oh, okay.
I think I have a name. I think I already know what my 3 activating words would be.
So what is the word to make the folding boat into the smaller boat?
It's putangina mo. It's put.
No. To turn this into the small boat, it's gonna be like, dude. It's just dude.
As soon as you say dude, you feel energy coming from your hands into the folding boat. You see that this 12-inch box suddenly shake to life. And in front of you is now a... Give me a moment. 10 feet long, 4 feet wide and 2 feet deep boat.
Yeah, I like, oh, I look at Tito Abel like, sorry about that.
Oh, so it did not explode. That's good. Anyway, what is the second command?
What does the second command do?
The second command turns it into the larger boat. It can hold 15 people.
What about the third command? Does it just revert back to the cup?
It does revert it back to the cup.
I just stare at it. To activate the big boat, it would be pare.
As soon as you say pare, the boat shakes to life even more. And Tito Abel says, "Wait, no, I made a mistake. We're up. This is not the room for it." And in front of you is a 24 feet long, 8 feet wide, 6 feet deep boat. You see that the boat breaks through the walls of the pawn shop, and along with it, the branches and leaves of the trees is a large sail. Giant oars are also on the side. Anulani, you were trying to arrange everything when suddenly a giant wooden pole just appeared right in front of you, almost hitting you.
Oh God! Oh God!
Tito Abel says, "Regez, I feel like if there's any time for you to come up with the third command, now will be the good time."
Chong! Chong!
Oh God! So your command words are dude, pare, chong. Yes.
Chong! It reverts back into a cup.
You see that the giant boat, the wood planks upon wood planks are folding into each other as if disappearing into a pocket dimension, reverting back into the wooden cup that you hold earlier. You now see that the two opposite walls of the Salangsang pawn shop is now wide open and exposed to the elements. You hear people from 2 stories below, shouting and screaming from fear and from shock. There's now also a giant hole in the ceiling of this attic. Sunlight beaming through inwards.
May I punch Regej?
Sure. I feel like he deserves that.
I punch him like, look what the fuck you did!
In my defense, Tito Abel did not stop me at all.
He was trying to help you, but no.
I look at Tito Abel. Basically, my command words are like, dude, pare chong.
Yeah. Yes. Your command words are dude, pare, chong.
Fist bump. Fist bump.
He gives you a really big fist bump to the point it really hurt. So like your arms kind of like felt like it dislocated for a bit.
Oh God.
But it's fine. You're okay. Anulani, Tito Abel approaches you this time.
Oh wait,
He says,
wait. Quick question.
Yep.
How durable is this?
It's a boat.
I mean, for example, if I were to like throw it, like just an example, like I throw it and I just shout "pare," it morphs into the big ass boat. And can it flatten Pete? Can it flatten a living being?
I think the more interesting question here, Regej, is can it crush someone while someone is inside the boat and folds back into the cup?
Oh. I like your thinking. What happens?
I don't know. I've never tried.
If you would excuse me, I need to find good old
Pepe Yeager.
Pepe
Pepe
Yeager.
Yeager! I knew it!
So I will be leaving the both of you to do your ripple stuff. Wait, no. I'll hide the boat of holding in my in my bag, and then I follow Tito Abel to where Anolani is, because I still want to challenge tradition and
Okay.
join.
By the way,
join in.
Plum, Mimi is asking, is that Clip Studio Pro or EX?
Oh, what? This is Clip Studio Pro. Like Wacom wouldn't give me the EX version for
There you
free.
go.
That shit is expensive.
Well, there you
Yeah.
go. All right, so Anolani, Tito Abel approaches you this time. He also has something in his hands. He says, to my nephew, I will give you an option. He holds out his two clenched fists, and he says, "Would you like the right hand or the left hand?"
You just hear a gedge from the back of. Oh, is this like one of those Matrix movies?
Since I'm right-handed, I'm just gonna. No, how about both?
Give me persuasion with disadvantage. Wait, hold on. Wait. Considering Tito Abel's personality, I would have given you advantage for this. But you're 2 levels exhausted. So it's just a flat roll for persuasion. I'm going to say 10 or higher. You can convince Tito Abel to give you both of the gifts.
I got a 14.
14. Perfect. Tito Abel says, "That's not the rules." Perfect. He opens up his hands. On his right hand, you see a bracelet full of circular spherical beads. Each of them measured to 3/4 of an inch in the diameter, and they seem to be kind of light. They're not that heavy. In the other hand, you see not really a carving, but a mold of a silver raven figure. A silver raven figure on Tito Abel's left hand. And Tito Abel says, "Which one of these would you want me to explain first?"
Raguel's just looking behind, interested. Ooh.
These are mine. What are the beads for?
He says, "These are the bead of force." He looks around for a moment. "Ragesh, would you care to pull up the small boat, please?"
Wait, I got the cup. Yeah, let's go. Should I throw it or do I just place it anywhere?
Just place it anywhere. That will be just fine.
Dude.
As soon as you say "dude," the cup shakes to life and unfolds a small boat. The small boat. Tito Abel says, "Anolani, Ragesh, you're gonna want to step away from this for a while." As you guys step away, Tito Abel takes off one of the beads from the bead of force. He tucks it over towards the boat. As soon as it impacts onto the boat, Ragesh, you see a small explosion near the center of where the boat was and where the bead was thrown.
Crap.
Shards of wood fly out all around. Some of them flew out the opening from the side of the window, from side of the walls, and inside you see a force field appear around the boat.
My boat!
As you can see, Anolani, the beads of force create a form of field of force, if you will. No matter what is inside, whatever is inside the force field, you can pick it up with ease, as if it was only 1 pound.
What about my boat?
Your boat is fine. You see inside the force field, the boat is still very much intact. It is still very much safe. When you try to enter into the force field, it feels like it is pushing back against you.
Huh? I immediately say, Chong. Right?
As soon as you say Chong, it reverts back into a cup. Tito Abel snaps his finger, and the force field disappears. So, Anolani, anything that is trapped within the force field will only weigh 1 pound. So it is very nifty. It is very nifty for you to try to use it to carry anything heavy.
Anything inside the force field.
Anything and anyone.
Oh, wait. I look at Rakesh.
I ready my cup. I am about to say the big boat word.
Oh no!
I will say
no.
I will say the big boat word. Don't you dare.
So, mechanically, the force field reaches a 10-foot radius. So anything that can fit within that 10-foot radius will be captured inside the force field. If any creature is larger than the force field, then they're pushed out.
Looks at Zigam.
Zigam is a normal human.
Yeah.
Wait, I have a question, Tito Abel. So technically, anything or anyone in the force field is just a pound. Is a pound in their insides, right?
Correct. You can lift the force field and the person or object within it, and its total weight would still be 1 pound.
Wait, so technically it's like a trap.
It is very much like a trap, yes.
So it's like one of those fancy things, the one that the humans call. It's like it starts with the letter P, ends with a ball.
It is very much like a pocket ball.
Ah, I see. So you could say that if we trap a monster inside, they're like a
God damn
pocket
you.
monster.
You could say that. They are very much a pocket monster. Although they cannot... It has, in a sense that it has its own pocket of air. But it cannot fit in your pocket.
So can we kill Zigam with this thing?
Any creature that is within the force field can still breathe. I will leave it up to your imagination to figure out how to come up with that. Why am I encouraging children to kill someone?
Because she destroyed our home, Tito.
Wait, I look at Anolani. How about we try it on Pepe Jaeger?
I look at him and then there's a side of insanity in my eyes. It looks like I'm like, you want to do it?
Oh wait, I have a Tito Abel. Is this only voice activated by me alone, or anyone who says the words, it will just suddenly sprout from the top?
I know what you're thinking. Tito Abel says, no, it is only activated by your voice, and your voice alone.
Alright.
Dude,
Good.
Good.
Good, because I was about to give it to him, and I'm like, so I got anything interesting to say? And he'd be like, oh, dude, pare, dude, pare. So he would like, it would be an interval of just big boat, small boat, big boat, small boat. He would be dead.
And while he's dying, he's just like crying and then saying, "Pare, my insides hurt."
Somewhere in the distance within like the marketplace of Kailahan, we see Pepe Jaeger in his golden armor. He says, "Excuse me, pare, I'm sorry. That was my bad. My allergies." The allergy season talaga, no? Like, dude, pare.
Oh my god.
Anyway, back to our thing. Tito Abel says, well, I leave it up to your creativity, Anolani, on how to use these beads of power. You see, Anolani, that there are there's space for 10 beads. But since Tito Abel already used one, there's only 9 of them left.
Oh, it's a limited item use.
Yes, it is a
You
limited
son
item
of a
use.
gun. You son of a...
He says,
Tito Abel wasted our one use.
Tito Abel, question.
JP, why is he Konyo? Because he's Konyo. Because that's the character. That's the NPC. Dude, Parachong, Pepe Yeager is a Konyo, pare.
At first I was like, this ruined Pepe Yeager. But you know what? Not actually. It's a really nice depiction of Pepe Yeager in the modern world.
Like, imagine, like, and Pepe Yeager is a paladin, so imagine, like, he has lay on hands. It's like, dude, lay on hands, Prairie.
Imagine.
Are you carbs, bro? Are you carbs?
If he's gonna slay the undead. Oh, are you cool? Don't kill the undead, dude.
He casts lay on hands to heal you. He said, "Are you carbs, pre? Are you carbs, pare?
Are you G?
Are you G?" Anyway, I love it. I love it. Pepe Yeager is
Go to the bathroom.
Pepe Yeager is now my new favorite NPC. Pepe Yeager is now my new favorite NPC just for this.
Can I go to the bathroom?
Yeah, sure.
Laughing makes me want to go take a shit.
Sure. We'll take a quick break. We're gonna take a quick break.
Tangin na pare, I got the merienda.
Tangin na pare.
Yo.
Alright. Anyway.
This is not in Ragesh or Analani's character descriptions.
Alright, cool. Alright, we're back. So yes, Tito Abel gave you the beads of force. You can wear it on your right or on your left. It's kind of like a bracelet. What do you do?
What is this?
It's the bead of force. Beads of force. It's the thing with the force field.
How big is the beads of force again?
3/4 of an inch in diameter.
They're like marbles?
They're like marbles, yes.
So, quick question. People can ingest it, right?
Oh no.
Yes! Technically, yes.
What happens if, for example, a living being would ingest it on accident and it would be activated? What would happen?
Wait.
Welcome, everybody. It's time for Dave to improvise. The look on his face. What's he planning?
I have to read up on it. Hold on. You can use an action to throw the bead up to 60 feet. The bead explodes on impact and is destroyed. So it needs to explode on impact.
If like they
But if you ingest it and your stomach acid destroys the bead,
I mean,
would it be digestible?
Oh.
Yeah.
Feed
Would
it to
be
Pepe
digested?
Yeager, put it on his steak. Like tangin na pare. Do you like your steak medium rare ba pare?
Turn it into force egg waffle.
I have an idea of how to rule that out, but since we're not doing, wait, you're asking this in character, aren't you?
Yes.
No.
Yes. No, I'm asking in character.
Tito Abel says, again, I have no idea. I haven't used most of the stuff in here. So, any question of, I just know what they basically do. Any situation that you find yourself in, and how you use these will be up to you. Sorry?
You memorize all of this?
I have no other free time. I have no hobby, Anulani.
How would you describe the impact to activate it?
I would say that it should be enough to destroy the thing.
What if, for example, we I shove it with force in their mouth? You know, hypothetically speaking.
I do not know. If I were to, God damn it, you're making me roll for this. Would Tito Abel know would Tito Abel know what will happen? Is he smart enough to know that? This would have to be. This is a wondrous item. It's not magic. It's not made out of magic. It's a wondrous item, though. God damn it. Okay.
While Tito Abel is still thinking in shock, I whispered to Anulani, "You're gonna have to save one of those for me."
Tito Abel says, I have never seen it in action before, but I would guess that a creature's insides should be small enough to try to crush the bead, and if it is destroyed, then that should activate the force field. I cannot be certain, though. That is my educated guess.
All right. You just see Regej smiling, going into his thoughts. Mm-hmm.
This is why I am so hesitant to give you guys magic items.
Anything can be dangerous in my hands.
Wait. Oh no! Look what I'm drawing.
I can see that is Regej right there. wait. I now give the floor back to Tito Abel. For the other item,
right?
What would it be?
The other item is an iron sculpture of a raven. And Anulani, you see Tito Abel hand it over to you and says, "This one I know enough of. This is a silver raven. It is able to transform into a real raven, and you can use it to send information and messages to people near you."
Oh.
Is it voice activated?
Let me check. Respect you guys for making me pull up the other thing.
Hey, we want notes.
Yep, I will be giving you item cards. I will be giving you guys item cards for these. Figurine of Wondrous Power is a statuette of a beast small enough to fit in a pocket. If you use an action to speak the command word and throw the figurine to a point in the ground within 60 feet of you, the figurine becomes a living creature. So, Tito Abel says, much like how Regej needs to create a command word for the folding boat, you, Anulani, will need to create a command word to bring this raven to life.
Should I go a very serious way?
I look at Anulani. I did not take the boat thing seriously enough.
I'm like, yeah, sure. Puñeta!
I just look at Anulani. Oh, dang. I felt the conviction.
I shall name you Luna.
I'm only saying this because I have to narratively do this, okay? As Anulani says, puñeta. A puff of smoke explodes from the silver raven, and in your hand, Anulani, is a real raven with flesh, blood, and feathers. And you said you named it Luna, right?
Yep. I'm naming him Antonio. Never mind.
Antonio. Tito Abel says, this silver raven is able to become a real raven for 12 hours. It can move give me a moment. You will be able to send this raven all throughout the island. And it will return to you, whether with reply or not. Be very careful though, because if the creature is killed, then it reverts back into the silver statue, right at the place where it died. So if it died away from you, you will have no way to retrieve it unless you find it.
Is there any way to have it tethered onto any of us, or at least have one of us know where it died?
Looks at Tulay Lupa. I know you're not here, but like.
As you say that, Tulay Lupa speaks to you, Anulani, and she says, "That bird lives in the sky. It's not within my domain, Anulani. I'm very sorry."
Oh, understandable. Since I'm talking to you at the moment, I have a crazy idea that I kind of wanted to share to you for a long time. So, you know that you're a spirit, and then you're somewhat, associated with the gods.
In a way, I am.
So what if we try to contact everyone that, like the gods and all the different spirits to help me? Enough to reach the moon goddess, because I want to know her reasonings. Like, since my uncle over here said that there was a myth where the celestial ether that that Zigam worships was somewhat probably the child of the moon goddess. And if that is true, I want to know why did he sent him away.
You feel Tulay Lupa ponder on your inquiry for a moment. You feel Tulay Lupa say, "Even if it was within the scope of my abilities to do that, to have the gods and powerful spirits inhabit your physical body, I do not want to put you in danger, Analani.
But I already chose this path, then why stop?
There are ways to contact the gods. There are ways to contact the moon spirit. More ways that can keep you safe, away from danger, and there are options that will not risk you being erased from existence.
I've always wondered, and wanted to ask you back then, but is there any way that I could be like you? Harbor the same power as you
Give
do?
me an insight check with disadvantage.
Oh god. Doobie doobie dooba doobie doobie dooba Agent Plum. Oh god, I can't.
Oh no. Did she get a low roll?
What'd you get?
I got an 18.
18!
Yes.
Wait, with disadvantage. So
Oh,
Yeah, with disadvantage, with disadvantage.
Fuck.
isa pa.
Fuck. Fuck, I got an 11.
11. Okay, cool. That's more doable. Because I don't want to reveal too much too early. Tulay Lupa says, the life of a spirit is not a life for a mortal. You've seen the elves walk around the city, haven't you?
I have.
They are the Nara elves. They are spirits of Nara trees. They they were not born mortal. None of them are. But they were spirits who chose to have a physical form, who chose to mingle with mortals. For their own reasons, they have each and every one of them have their unique motivations for stepping into this material plane. But the common denominator is, Analani, a mortal life is a full life. Mortals are capable of mistakes and memories and life. All spirits like me and Nulkab have our purpose, service, and we are happy with that. We are content with that. But it is not something that I would wish for a mortal to share. With your insight, Analani, you feel that Tulaylupa is giving you an amount of information that she is careful. Like you feel like Tulaylupa is very careful with what she shares with you. That's what you got with that 11 insight check.
I understand. I nod my head. And then, yeah. And then I just look around. I'm like, hi, I'm back.
I asked Tito Abel another thing. Tito Abel, you mentioned that the raven can turn to life into life with. I look at Plum with worry with her special command word. What happens if a spirit were to possess it? A spirit like Tulay Lupa, maybe? What would happen?
Tito Abel thinks for a moment and he says, this silver raven was created through magic and is powered by arcana. For a spirit much like Tulaylupa, I do not know the rules of inhabiting objects or inhabiting people. I have never witnessed or observed a spirit inhabit a wondrous item much like this. But all that I can tell you is that this item is powered by magic and not by a spirit.
Understood. I look at Anolani and hey, Anolani, could you ask Tulaylupa if she can, instead of being of appearing and disappearing whenever you call her name, could you ask if she can replace whatever arcana or magic is in this raven, and she could just inhabit it, so that way she's always present with us without anyone actually identifying that it's Tulaylupa. Way, and then in that way, she'll be able to just be aware of what dangers lie when we send her off to send and receive messages. That way, we won't be worried where it would be left if it suddenly, dies.
Like I just clear my throat and I'm like, what he said, my friend. I just wait for her response.
Tulaylupa says, in order for me to inhabit that statue, we have to first drain the arcane from it. But that will risk losing the enchantment.
Hmm.
So even if I can inhabit it, after doing everything that you can, I'll just be inhabiting a chunk of metal. It wouldn't. I don't think it will be much of help to you. I'm very sorry. I'm not much help to you and your friend Anulani.
No, don't apologize. You're actually very helpful. Like, like you made us take down those crabs. Please don't apologize. You have nothing to apologize for. I tell Regej everything that she has told me.
I just reply, all right, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I just hand back the silver raven to Anulani. I look at Tito Abel and I'm like, I think that's it for me. I'll just wait for the whole ritual thing to start, and I will also jump right into the fun.
Cool. Is there anything that you guys want to do before you start? Take a long rest.
Punching Regej.
Cool.
I block it.
No.
I block
Okay. Anulani, Regej, the two of you sit around this shrine that Anulani has created, has set up. Anulani, you go into a trance.
Mhm.
And Regej, you with your tired state, as you let your guard down, as you feel the adrenaline from all of from the short adventure that you have been in, Regej, you feel your body like totally give up function and you lose consciousness.
Dead Rogage.
Can
Anulani,
someone pull up my screen?
you hear Regej fall unconscious.
He fucking
And-
passes out.
He passes out from tired, from fatigue, and from exhaustion. But you, Anulani, your mind and your consciousness is still very much awake. You feel yourself connect with a timeline of headhunters.
Oh, this is like the Avatar stage. Shit.
Kind of like the Avatar state, yeah. So you see all of these previous headhunters from your village, and these are like the leaders of the headhunters of their time. You see them circle around you like a council of elders. And you hear a collective voice speak to you and ask, "Who or what is your query?"
Analani Salangsang of the Ashen Field. Training. I am here to you, my ancestors, to ask for guidance.
You feel them waiting for an answer.
I mean, we have been under attack by a warlock, a human named Zigam. I would like to ask of you if she has any comrades as well lurking in the island, so we could take her head and avenge our home.
You hear the voice of a woman call out to you and say, "That information is beyond us, young headhunter." You hear an old man speak up. He says, we are able to track down the location and information about your quarry. But you may only ask one.
Where is my brother? I would like to avoid him as much as possible.
A young voice, younger than you, speak up and say, your brother is not your quarry. Zigam is. The human warlock is your quarry.
I know, but I want to know where he is, and I would like to avoid it.
The collective speaks up and they say, only information about the quarry, about your target, headhunter. Do not waste the council's time.
Understandable. Please tell me, where is Gum?
You look at them and you see them as you turn around. They are circling all around you. As you look deeper into this spiritual realm that you have entered, you start to notice that there are more headhunters above you, sitting on rows and rows of seats, looking down on you, observing you from above. And you see all of them whisper to one another. You see them open, look above, look downwards. You see them as if they're tracking down something or someone. You finally, for a moment, you see them all focus all back on you. And they say, Zigam, the human warlock, is in Kilala.
Thank you. I just shun my head down in respect towards them.
At that, they disappear in a puff of smoke. You have the information that you've asked from them. You feel, even from those words, from that one sentence, you feel power and authority and guidance. From those words alone, you are able to tell that Zigam is indeed in Kilala, and you also feel that Tulay Lupa is in danger.
Oh no. Oh god, my brother.
As you wake up from the trance, it is already early morning.
What?
You see your uncle sitting on boxes, writing something on a scroll encased in bamboo shoots. You see him scribing, and you see that as the quill strikes on the parchment, you notice a healthy green color emit from the parchment, as if each stroke that your uncle makes is imbued with magic. And you see next to him on a small on another box are stacks or a small stack of bamboo scrolls. You see Ragesh passed out right across you with a pillow and blanket, all comfortable. You feel refreshed. You feel renewed. You have gone down one level of exhaustion. Instead of having a level 2 exhaustion, you're now down to 1. but you still benefit from all the other effects of a long rest. Your HP is reset. Your features have been refreshed. But you will still have disadvantage against disadvantage in your ability checks.
I just stand up and then start kicking Reggae. I'm like, wake up. Wake up.
I'm already up.
No, wake up.
I'm already
Ragesh,
up.
your exhaustion has completely gone away. Since you were only at one level of exhaustion, you have already gone down a level. You're now level 0 exhaustion. Your HP is recovered. Your features are refreshed. You have benefited from a long rest.
Haha. Imagine. I'm still at level.
Tito Abel sees the two of you rise from your sleep. And he says, welcome back, you two. How was your rest?
Scary.
I slept like a.
Oh.
What?
Onin froze.
Ano yung Wi-Fi niya?
Oh, there you go. You're back.
Reggae slept like a baby.
Tito Abel says, that's very good, young Ragesh. Anulani, what have you learned?
I have learned that, Jesus Christ. Why are our ancestors so scary?
Which is why I've left. I've stopped being a headhunter for a long time.
Why?
It was just
High
wasn't for
five.
me.
I stopped. I signal a high five from Tito Abel.
He gives you a high five. He says, tradition has never really agreed with me, Anulani. I have always thought that the Ashen Fields could benefit from a little bit more magic, other than the magic from the Babaylan. Which is why I studied the art of scribing onto bamboo shoots.
So wait, you've learned that while you were away for like 15 years?
Yes, I have.
Oh god.
You gotta keep your brain well adjusted and active.
Understandable. Yes, I could see why. Like, so anyways, I've learned that Sigam is still here, but I remember a very faint memory where when I asked Tulayupa to take over my body for help in battle, I remembered being in a very bright place. All I could see was white, where a directed light through my eyes, where I could hear Labaylan Malaya faintly, and I hear someone crying as well. I want to know where they really are. So they're here in Kailahon, but we do not know specifically, of course. But...
That's very troubling, Anulani. If someone as powerful and dangerous as Zigam, as far as you've told me, do you have a sense of where she might be? Kailahon is a big city.
Maybe she's out. I really think that she wouldn't be really out here in the city, more of around the rural areas where.
Anulani, as you are talking, Tulaylupa shouts out in pain.
I look.
Tulaylupa says,
Hmm?
"My shrine! Anolani, my shrine!"
Wait. Is there something wrong?
From there, you can no longer hear Tulaylupa.
No! No, my power.
I just look at Anolani. What just happened?
I just wait. Wait. Tito Abel,
Yes,
where is Tulaylupa's shrine?
Tulaylupa's shrine is over. As before he could end his sentence, you guys hear an explosion off into the distance. You look through the giant hole that Regesh made earlier that day. You see a waterfall, being a magic waterfall, suddenly shut off. Like water is no longer flowing. You see a sickly green energy that you are very much familiar of emit from a cave right behind the waterfall. You see your Tito Abel grabs the scrolls that he with him, and he says, "Children, it's about time that we leave."
No, I'm going directly at it. I will not let her take another person from me.
But of course, where else do you think we were going?
Hide!
Why would we be hiding?
It's Tito Abel.
The shrine is under attack. We must go. And you see Tito Abel jump off from the hole that you made, Rakesh. Lands on his feet. A puff of dust emit from his feet, and you see him sprint towards the shrine of Tulaylupa.
I look at Anolani. You know what we're gonna do?
No, we are not raid a temple. No, we are going to save that temple.
No. I just throw the boat cup. Pare!
Oh no!
The cup forms and transforms into the largest boat that you could summon, Ragesh. And that's where we're going to end the session.
Iron Man moment.
Pare.
I was supposed to say dude because it's the small boat. But I was, Pare! Oh.
A large 12 foot boat appears in the